Welcome to my study today and part 2 of gerund and infinitive. I'm going to look at the reasons why we use a gerund or an infinitive, which I know are very difficult to understand. There is a listening and speaking exercise to follow, which will help you learn exactly the same way as English people do, by listening and speaking. So, let's get started. We use the gerund when we talk about general things, and the infinitive when we talk about specific things. Look at these examples. Cycling is nicer than walking. I mean cycling generally, just the activity of cycling. Cycling is nicer than walking. But it's better to take the bus to the museum is a specific occasion, on this one occasion, so I prefer there to use an infinitive. It's better to take the bus. I hate telling lies. And remember the word generally. I hate telling lies. I hate to tell you this, but I've broken your phone. So you can see that's clearly on one specific occasion. I hate to tell you this. But sometimes the meaning can actually change depending on gerund or infinitive. I don't like waking up early actually means I dislike waking up early with the gerund. I don't like to wake John too early means I don't want to. He might be angry. I don't like to wake John too early with the infinitive. The verb to remember plus the infinitive does a similar thing. It means must not forget. I must remember to go to the bank tomorrow. She's been spending a lot of money, you can see why. And really, there we're talking about the future, aren't we? I must remember to go to the bank tomorrow. But if we use a gerund, remember plus a gerund, what has or has not been done? Example, you will not remember saying anything. And that's clearly looking back in the past. It's like saying, do you remember going to school? That's obviously a past event. You will not remember saying anything. We also have to be careful with the verb to forget. With the infinitive, it means fail to remember. I mustn't forget to buy a birthday present. And it's obviously looking forward to the future. You would have to buy something later on that day or tomorrow. Forget plus the gerund means not to lose a memory. I shall never forget going to New York. And again, that's looking back into the past. In this example, we use an infinitive of purpose. They stopped playing tennis to eat at 12 o'clock. They stopped one activity to begin another. They stopped eating at 1 o'clock means they finished a specific activity, and we use the gerund for that. The verb try can have two meanings. We're going to try to climb the mountain tomorrow. That's the infinitive, and in this case it means an attempt to do something. But here it means an experiment. Try adding some water. In other words, see what the result is. Try adding some water. The verb mean also changes. Sorry, I meant to come at 10 o'clock with the infinitive, which means I intended to come. But the gerund changes that. Because I was late, it means having to wait for the next train. It signifies something or explains something. It gives a reason. I was late. It means having to wait for the next train using the gerund. You have to be careful with the two verbs allow and permit, which mostly mean the same thing, but they take the infinitive when a personal object is present, like this. The boss doesn't allow us to smoke. Us is the personal object. You could not use a gerund here. You must use an infinitive. The boss doesn't allow us to smoke. But you can say, the boss doesn't permit smoking in the factory. There is no personal object in that case. So be careful with those two because you must get them correct. Here is a listen and repeat exercise so you can learn the structure of gerund in infinitive exactly the same way that English speakers do. I've included some prepositions with the gerund structures. See if you can spot them and put the numbers in the comments below for me. Thanks.
Oh no!
Remember to wash your hands before dinner. Remember to wash your hands before dinner. Do you remember seeing that eagle last year? Do you remember seeing that eagle last year? We are going to start the class by reading a new book. We are going to start the class by reading a new book. Don't forget to lock the gate. Don't forget to lock the gate. I feel relaxed after playing my guitar. I feel relaxed after playing my guitar. I don't believe in borrowing money. I don't believe in borrowing money. I began learning French at school. I began learning French at school. I should like to talk to you about your behaviour. I should like to talk to you about your behaviour. I heard Luigi playing the violin. I heard Luigi playing the violin. Next time, part 3 of gerund and infinitive with sentence patterns to help you get it right. I'll give you some formulas that will really solve this problem for you. So, thanks for watching. Please subscribe below and I'll see you next time. Bye.